हमारे आज के स्पीकर हैं आचार्य वरुण देव जी फ्रॉम सियाटल, और समाज सियाटल। आचार्य जी, आपका स्वागत है संध्या सेशन में। आप प्लीज संध्या से स्टार्ट करिए।
जी, धन्यवाद भल्ला जी। सभी को सादर नमस्ते और सभी का आज के संध्या सत्र में स्वागत है। आइए हम सभी मिलकर ईश्वर का ध्यान करें, सम्यक ध्यान करें। सम्यक अर्थात पूर्ण रूप से अपनी चेतना को, अवेयरनेस को केवल और केवल ईश्वर पर ही एकाग्र करना, ईश्वर के ही अभिमुख होना, ईश्वर के सम्मुख होना और ईश्वर के सम्मुख होकर ईश्वर की उपस्थिति को अनुभव करते हुए समर्पण भाव से, भक्ति भाव से युक्त होकर, श्रद्धा सत्कार से ईश्वर को स्तुति से सेवित कर ईश्वर से सचेतन संबंध स्थापित करता। 3 बार लंबा गहरा श्वास लेकर ओम की पवित्र ध्वनि का उच्चारण करेंगे। अथ ब्रह्म यज्ञः। ओ ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शन्नो देवीरभिष्टय आपो भवन्तु पीतये संयोरभिस्रवन्तु नः। ॐ वाक् वाक्, ॐ प्राणः प्राणः, ॐ चक्षुः चक्षुः, ॐ श्रोत्रं श्रोत्रम्, ॐ नाभिः, ॐ हृदयम्, ॐ कण्ठः, ॐ शिरः, ॐ बाहुभ्यां यशोबलम्, ॐ करतलकरपृष्ठे, ॐ भुः पुनातु शिरसि, ॐ भुवः पुनातु नेत्रयोः, ॐ स्वः पुनातु कण्ठे, ॐ महः पुनातु हृदये, ॐ जनः पुनातु नाभ्याम्, ॐ तपः पुनातु पादयोः, ॐ सत्यं पुनातु पुनः शिरसि, ॐ खं ब्रह्म पुनातु सर्वत्र, ॐ भुः, ॐ भुवः, ॐ स्वः, ॐ महः, ॐ जनः, ॐ तपः, ॐ सत्यम्, ॐ ऋतं च सत्यं चाभिद्धात् तपसोऽध्यजायत, ततो रात्र्यजायत, ततः समुद्रो अर्णवः, ॐ समुद्रादर्णवादधी संवत्सरो अजायत अहोरात्राणि विदधद्विश्वस्य मिषतो वशी ॐ सूर्याचन्द्रमसौ धाता यथा पूर्वमकल्पयत् दिवं च पृथिवीं चान्तरिक्षमथो स्वः ॐ शन्नो देवीरभिष्टय आपो भवन्तु पीतये संयोरभिस्रवन्तु नः ॐ प्राचीदिगग्निरधिपतिरसितो रक्षितादित्या ईशवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम येभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान्द्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोजं भेदध्मः ॐ दक्षिणादिगिन्द्रोऽधिपतिस्थिरश्चिराजीरक्षिता पितर ईशवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम येभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान्द्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोजं भेदध्मः ॐ प्रतीचीदिग्वरुणोऽधिपतिः प्रीदाकुरक्षितान्नमीषवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम येभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान्द्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोजं भेदध्मः ॐ उदीचीदिक्सोमोऽधिपतिः स्वजो रक्षिता शनिरीशवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम येभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान्द्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोजं भेदध्मः ॐ ध्रुवादिग्विष्णुरधिपतिः कल्माषग्रीवो रक्षिता वीरुध ईशवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम येभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान्द्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोजं भेदध्मः ॐ ऊर्ध्वादिबृहस्पतिरधिपतिः श्वित्रो रक्षिता वर्षमीशवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम येभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान्द्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोजं भेदध्मः ॐ उद्वयं तमसस्परिस्वाह पश्यन्त उत्तरम् देवं देवत्रा सूर्यमगन्मज्योतिरुत्तमम् ॐ उदुत्यं जातवेदसं देवं वहन्ति केतवः दृशे विश्वाय सूर्यम् ॐ चित्रं देवानामुदगादनीकं चक्षुर्मित्रस्य वरुणस्याग्नेः आप्राद्या वा पृथिवी अन्तरिक्षं सूर्य आत्मा जगतस्तस्थुषश्च स्वाहा। ॐ तच्चक्षुर्देवहितं पुरस्ताच्छुक्रमुच्चरत् पश्येम शरदाः शतं जीवेम शरदाः शतं शृणुयाम शरदाः शतं प्रब्रवाम शरदाः शतमदीनाहस्याम शरदाः शतं भूयश्च शरदाः शतात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। हे ईश्वर दयानिधे भवत्कृपयानेन जपोपासनादिकर्मणा धर्मार्थकाममोक्षाणां सद्यः सिद्धिर्भवेन्नः। ॐ नमः शम्भवाय च मयो भवाय च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। In our series of mantra Swadhyaya of Aaryabhivinaya Granth, which was a wonderful gift of knowledge to all of the Aryas, and the devotional interpretation he has provided Maharshi Dayananda Ji in this Granth is unique and remarkable in the sense of invoking that sincere devotion and faith. Basically, these are the prayers and stuti, adoration of the divine, which Parameshwar himself, he is teaching us through the Veda mantras how to adore him, how to come near. This is the path which was shown by Parameshwar, that the path of Kalyan, path of Mukti, path of removal of all the suffering from our lives. That is the path which is given to the humanity by the supreme creator of this universe as our father, our mother, our Sakha, Bandhu, Acharya, Guru, whatever we approach him way. So in the last session we did Swadhyaya of, which was a Mula Prarthana, 52nd mantra of Aaryabhivinaya, Prathama Prakash. And the next mantra in this series is today we are going to do the Swadhyaya, 53rd mantra. And they are very relating to each other, complementing to each other. In the previous one, we prayed that he enlightened that knowledge of truth consciousness in our hearts. We asked him, we made a humble prayer to him that you become like the Udgata. You become that singer of Samagan, that you enlighten our self that way. So today is another wonderful divine mantra in front of us. First we will recite the mantra, then we will go to the padarth, and then we will understand it deeply. Mantra Sankhya 53rd. Om AAVADANSTVAM SHAKUNE BHADRAMAA TOOSHNEEMAASEENAH SUMATIM CHIKIDDHINAH YADUTPATANVADASI KARKARIRYATHAA BRIHADVADEमा VIDATHE SUVEERAAH. So the mantra is Rigveda Ashtak, 2nd Adhyay 8. Varg 12th and Mantra Sankhya is 3rd. Mandal 2nd, Sukt 43rd, Mantra Sankhya is 3rd. So what does this mantra Ishwarya Vani is trying to tell us? What benefit we can take away today with this mantra? A very beautiful mantra when we will go in the depths of the meaning. So it starts with AAVADANTVAM. So AAVADAN, what is AAVADAN? Speaking or instructing. Who? Tvam, you. Who is that Tvam? Who is that you? Shakune. Again we are addressing Shakune, Sarva Samarthyavan, the one who is all powerful, can do anything. This is the way of praying to someone who has that guna. Basically, how do we address someone? We always address someone according to the gunas, the quality, the attribute of that person, that being. For example, if we know that someone has that power or some resources, who can provide us that resource, so we will address that person relating that quality or that richness in that person, so that he understands that what we are asking for. So here Shakune, this simple word, Maharshi Dayanand in Rigveda Bhashya is interpreting this word as the Shaktiman Pakshi ke Saman Vartman. That all powerful bird. And what does that mean? That is the symbol of divine messenger. That Pakshi which cannot be stopped by anything, which can move anywhere, which can give that knowledge, transfer the knowledge anywhere, wherever we are. So that is why this symbolical word is so intricate, which gives us that sense of relation with Paramatma. So Shakune, Sarv Samarthyavan Prabhu, you are instructing us all the time. You are speaking to us, communicating with us every time. Bhadrama, Bhadrama, Bhadram. This is, if we will do understand the mantra in Padarth, Bhadram Avada. So Bhadram, what is our Kalyan? If we remember the meaning Maharshi Dayanand Ji has given of the first mantra of Ishwar Stuti Prarthana Upasana, Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yad Bhadram Tan Asuva. He has given the meaning there, Kalyan Karak Gun Karm Padarth और स्वभाव, गुण कर्म स्वभाव और पदार्थ. And then in the Bhashya, he is giving the interpretation to meaning of Bhadram Kalyan. The first is which is our worldly Kalyan, worldly welfare, and the second our spiritual welfare. So whatever is auspicious, beneficial to us in respect of the world, that is Kalyan, the one aspect of welfare. But more higher and more beneficial benefit is the spiritual attainment. That spiritual benefits we get from when we attach with the divine, with the Parameshwar. So we are asking Parameshwar, we are praying that, O Kalyan Karne Wale, you always wants to make us in a welfare state. AAVADA, you speak to us. You become that divine messenger to us. You give instructions to us directly without any medium. How? Tushneem. Tushneem means in silence, in maun. Aseenah. You dwell into our heart, into our self, and in silence, and speak to us. The very this mantra is basically a revelation that how can we communicate with Paramatma into ourselves. So the key is given here. And then Naha Sumatim Chikiddhi. That you give us that Sumati, that Shubh Buddhi, that auspicious intelligence, that understanding, which will make us able to listen to you directly. Then Utpatan, the second Yad Utpatan. Like the Utpatan means pragati karta hua. Vadasi. Karkari. Karkari means we want that you provide us, you speak to us the way that we always progress upwardly, more higher in knowledge, more higher in the experience. And Karkari, the meaning of Karkari is Shresht Karya ko karte hue. We perform the noble deeds in our life. While performing noble deeds and progressing more higher and higher in the knowledge, in the tapestry of knowledge and experiences. We praying to you, we are praying to you that you speak to us, you give us that knowledge. You communicate that knowledge to us, which make us able to perform noble deeds. And yatha, karkariryathā jaise, BRIHADVADEMA VIDATHE SUVEERAAH. Brihat means great, vast. Now yatha is just like the great and vast Vadema, that proclamation of you is followed by the Suveeraah, of those courageous people who stand for the truth, who are brave, who are always taking the side of justice, who never step back from the truth, and they always protect the truth and the dharma. We are praying to that you make us like them, so that in our life, in the battlefield of this world, where there is crisis of values, the crisis of harmony, the crisis of the declaration and the proclamation of truth in general, we want that heroic attitude. We are asking, praying for that braveness, that valor in ourselves, so that we stand firm amidst these gusty winds of unrighteousness. So that is the meaning of this mantra in Padartha. Now let's dwell more deeply into the meaning of the mantra, then we will go to the Vyakhya. Few things I said, there is leverages is given her, that how can we can listen to the Parmeshwar's voice in ourselves. So the answer is in silence. When we are silent in our heart, silent in our mind, in that stillness, when the worldly thoughts and emotions and everything which is disturbing in the sense of the Trigunas, the Parmeshwar, we will not hear his voice, his instructions. We will not receive his knowledge in our heart till we are restless. So first thing, the first necessity of starting the yoga abhyas is to try to silence the mind, to silence the heart. And then at that time, now someone can say that Ishwar is always sitting in our heart, he is Sarva Vyapak. Then why we are saying that you come and you dwell into our heart and you give us that knowledge, that wisdom, which will take us always, make us progress higher and higher. So the answer is, he is always dwelling into our heart, but we are not conscious, we are not aware. We don't remember that Parmeshwar is constantly within us. We always forget. With little things, we are swayed away in the worldly winds. We have all kinds of faults of nature in ourselves, weaknesses of nature, anger, greed, lust, desires, which are not noble, and so many doshas, mad, ahankar. So these all are veiling ourselves or making us oblivious of that divine presence in ourselves. So the key is, the first key, that is why Maharshi Dayanandji and all the rishis, they give importance to the stuti. The one who understands the significance of stuti, of adoration of the divine. Some people think, oh, why we are always doing stuti and stuti? Because if we will not do stuti, this is the key. If we will not remember Parmeshwar constantly in our heart, then how can that Parmeshwar guide us and direct us into our actions? If we are not ready to open the inner doors towards the Parmeshwar, how can that Parmeshwar, who is all powerful, but he wants our consent. He wants us to be conscious towards him. So when those people who are blaming Parmeshwar that, oh, why he is sitting quiet, why he is not speaking to us as the world is full of noise, because Parmeshwar, we can only hear his voice in silence. This all noise of this world has nothing to do with the nature of Parmeshwar. His nature is purest. Purity, we have to be pure. We have to become the pure vessel if we want to invoke that Amrit into that vessel. So if we really want to understand and listen to and receive the, if we want to make a living connection and communication with the divine consciousness, we need to be aware, conscious, and silent. Only then we will be able to move towards the spiritual welfare, spiritual kalyan, adhyatmic kalyan, moksha kalyan. So now let's read, study Swadhyaya the Vyakhyan by Maharshi Dayananda Ji. Vyakhyan. AAVADANSTVAM शकुने, हे शकुने, जगदीश्वर, आप सब भद्रम, कल्याण का भी कल्याण, अर्थात व्यवहारिक सुख के ऊपर, सुख के भी ऊपर, मोक्ष सुख का निरंतर उपदेश सब जीवों को कीजिए. दिस इज प्रेयर. तूष्णीमासीनः, हे अंतर्यामिन, आप हमारे हृदय में सदा स्थिर हो, मौन रूप से ही सुमतिम, सर्वोत्तम ज्ञान देओ. चिकिद्धिनः, आप स्वकृपा से हमको अपने रहने के लिए घर ही बनाओ और आपकी परम विद्या को हम प्राप्त हों. यदुत्पतन, उत्तम व्यवहार में पहुंचाते हुए आपका यथा जिस प्रकार से करकरिर वदसी, कर्तव्य, कर्म, धर्म, धर्म को ही अत्यंत पुरुषार्थ से करो. दिस इज फॉर अस. दिस इज, we have to follow, we have to do noble, perform the noble deeds, do our पुरुषार्थ. अकर्तव्य दुष्ट कर्म मत करो, मत करो, ऐसा उपदेश है कि पुरुषार्थ अर्थात यथा योग्य उद्यम को भी कभी मत छोड़ो. जैसे बृहद्वदेम विदथे, विज्ञान आदि यज्ञ व धर्म युक्त युद्धों में सुवीराह, अत्यंत शूरवीर होके, बृहत सबसे बड़े आप जो परब्रह्म, उन आपकी वदेम स्तुति, आपका उपदेश, आपकी प्रार्थना और उपासना तथा आपका यह बड़ा अखंड साम्राज्य और सब मनुष्यों का हित सर्वदा कहें, सुने और आपके अनुग्रह से परमानंद को भोगें. अखंड means that which cannot be divided or destroyed. That is akhand. And Parmeshwar is akhand. His knowledge is akhand. And the creation he has created is indivisible. Of course, there is division in nature, but not in the power of Parmeshwar and the knowledge of Parmeshwar. In English, paraphrase, O Shakune, O Lord of the universe, please constantly bless all living beings with the supreme guidance, not just for worldly well-being, Bhadram, but for the highest spiritual well-being. That is beyond worldly pleasures. Grant us the eternal joy of liberation. Moksha, Tushneemaasenah, O inner dweller of all hearts, remain ever present within us in your silent, still presence. And from that stillness, bless us with the highest wisdom and purest knowledge. Sumatim, Chikiddhinah. Through your divine grace, make our hearts your dwelling place. Let us attain your supreme knowledge and presence, so that you reside in us and we in you. YADUTPATAN. As you uplift us towards noble conduct and actions, may your voice instruct us how perform righteous actions with full effort and purpose. Do not engage in unrighteous or wicked deeds. Never abandon determined, worthy effort. BRIHADVADEMA VIDATHE. Just as valiant warriors speak in mighty assemblies during righteous battles, yajna and councils, may we too be valiant and wise in our pursuit of dharma. Let us constantly speak of your glory, divine teachings, worship, and greatness. You, the supreme infinite being, may we by your grace experience supreme bliss and always proclaim your name, your kingdom, and your universal welfare for all mankind. So this is the last prarthana, last mantra of Prathama Prakash, 53rd mantra. From the next session, we will do a kind of recap of the first Prathama Prakash, and then we will move towards the Dvitiya Prakash, and then there will be so many mantras in that Dvitiya Prakash of which we are very familiar with. So if we really want to get connected with the presence of the divine within ourselves, if we really want to listen to the Parameshwar's instructions within our hearts, we need to learn how to be quiet. And there are phases of being quiet. There are 3 phases to make ourselves quiet and silent. How? The first step is to be quiet in our physical actions. We have to make this habit to sit quietly, stably, comfortably every day for some minutes or hours, according to our capacity. The second, then we have to pacify our prana with the help of pranayamas. The subtle pranayamas, not the pranayamas which make us restless. Like when we are going to start our meditation, we should not do the Hatha Yoga pranayamas like throwing your breath outside very forcefully, or the pranayamas which needs force. The pranayama we should do before the meditation are 3. Bahya pranayam, Abhyantar pranayam, Bhaya Abhyantar pranayam, and Vishayakshepi pranayam. These 4 pranayams we should practice, and then it starts on the mental level, the quietness, the pacification of our thoughts, and then this is the process. So we should follow the process and make our silent for some time in a day as much as possible, and then contemplate on any mantra with the meaning that will unlock, that will open the inner doors of consciousness, the inner realm, and that will give us the entry into the another dimension of existence. So thank you everyone for listening to me. Sabko sadar namaste. I am stopping the share, and then after Shanti part, if you have any question, you may ask. Om Dyahu Shantirantarikshan Shantihi Prithivi Shantirapah Shantiro Swadhyaya Shantihi Vanaspatayah Shantirvishve Devah Shantirbrahma Shantihi Sarvam Shanti Shantirev Shanti Sama Shantiredhi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarvebhyo Namaha. सबको सादर नमस्ते.
कोई प्रश्न है तो you can please unmute and you can ask.